What's good, your boy? Everything water, water is everything. My familiar. I got for you guys a crazy melee arc hunter build. This is extremely fun, man, and you do crazy damage. I'm telling you guys, man, I need to use this. If y'all like this video, man, please leave a like and subscribe. It's your boy, Everything Water, water is everything. Let's get ready for that video. Now, starting off with this video, we're gonna be using the arc weapon, the Trinity Ghoul. Now, I feel like this is probably one of the best weapons to use for this build, because if you do have the catalyst, now with the catalyst, any arc final blow gives you your lightning rod. So we got this melee build. You know what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be creating a lot of final blows. That's gonna give us our lightning rod. Lightning rod does crazy damage. You know what I'm saying? By the way, Trinity Ghoul might be it's the most fun out of the bows. I'll be honest. Out of the bows, the TQ, the Lamanark, and the Trinity Ghoul, it's the most fun, let's be honest. But yeah, man, this is a really good bow, man. Use this for any arc. This is just perfect for any arc, even if you're not a hunter. It's just really good. That goes well with this build because it just complements the range and melee if you want to. If you're going against more harder enemies, you can stay range and still be able to do decent damage. But if you just want to go straight melee, you can still wipe out a whole bunch of ads with the Trinity Ghoul. Like, it's really, really good ad control weapon too. So if you guys don't have this weapon, man, please use this with this build. This goes crazy. Now we're gonna get talking about our exotic weapon. Now for the exotic weapon, we're gonna be using the one and only Liar's Handshake. Now I was using this back in like February. I was saying in one of my older videos, Liar's Handshake is a really good exotic. People was gonna comment like, oh no, it's not. You should be using the Assassin's Crowd. I'm like, man, Liar's Handshake is really good, really, really good. So basically what the Lion Handshake does, it gives you, basically when you do a melee, right, it gives you a certain time you're gonna see in your left hand, like middle corner, is gonna be like a counter. So this counter, you have 2 seconds to complete this counter. After an enemy hits you, now you can counter them and do a crazy damage, and it also heals you. Regardless of if it final blows them or not, you're gonna be doing crazy damage. And with this build, I'm telling you, this melee is gonna go so crazy. You're gonna be getting your super. Man, you're gonna get your super so quick in like 45 seconds, and then you're gonna be doing crazy melee damage to the point where it stacks. Like, once you start stacking it, you're gonna be one-shotting all the enemies. You're gonna be one-shotting all of them because you're just doing too much damage. I'm telling you, it's really good, but it's a very underrated arc exotic. I was telling people before, this is really good, you know. But should you use instead of the Assassin's Cow? Maybe not. In terms of like stealth and maybe staying alive, but in terms of damage and getting your health back, this is really good. Because once you get to that max stack, you're gonna be 2-shotting, 3-shotting enemies, and at the same time they hit you, you counter them, you're gonna get your health back. And you already gonna be having create a lot of orbs, so you're gonna constantly get your health back with the orbs of power, and then you constantly gonna be stacking up your melee to the point where you one-shotting everything. I'm telling you, man, this is crazy, man. But yeah, that's it for this, man. Let's get into the actual build in our subclass. Let's get it. All right, for our super, we're going to be using Arc Staff because this is going to be a melee Arc Hunter build. So we're going to use the melee Arc Hunter super, which is the Arc Staff, instead of Gathering Storm. Now for our abilities, obviously, we're going to be reloading our melee. So we got Gambler's Dodge. Grenades, I'm using Pulse. Honestly, you can use whatever grenades. I'm gonna be honest, man. Storm Grenade is good, but grenades is not all that good for arc. That's not its main point. Now we're gonna be using Lethal Current. My apologies. After dodging, your next melee attack has increased lunge range, jolts the targets, and creates damaging aftershock. Damaging in any jolted targets with a melee attacks also blinds them. Like, come on now. This is the perfect build now because we're going to be using the Liar's Handshake combined with the Trinity Ghoul, blind effects, and this melee build. It's too powerful, you know. And then we're also using Flow State. Defending on jointed targets makes you amplify. We want to be amplified. We're moving faster. We're able to get out, you know, if there's too much going on, we're able to get out the way. That's simple stuff. Now going to our fragments, we're going to be using Spark of Ions, Defeating a dreaded target creates Ionic Trace. Now this is good because Ionic Trace gives you super energy, and you want to be able to get super energy as fast as possible. With this melee build, we're going to begin our super very, very quick, really, really quick. And then we're also using Spark of Discharge. Our equip and final blows have a chance to create Ionic Trace, and this is really good because the Trinity Ghoul is probably the best combination for this build, because every melee final blow we get, we're going to get that lightning rod with the Trinity Ghoul, which is going to just be a buff. We don't even need to use the Trinity Ghoul. You know, you only use it when it has the lightning rod, which you're always going to have as long as you doing your melee attacks and having final blows. Then we're also going to be using Spark of Feedback. Taking melee damage briefly increases your ongoing melee damage. Now this is really, really good because you're gonna be, your main thing is you're gonna be up and close on all enemies, and you're gonna be doing crazy melee damage. I'm telling you, you're gonna get to the point where you're gonna be doing so much combos, it's gonna stack and stack to where you're one-shotting, two-shotting, three-shotting with your melee with champions. Y'all gonna see it's crazy. It stacks up too. You know, and then with the Lion's Handshake, you get healed. You're gonna get healed back for a combo. For a counter, and you're gonna do more powerful. You're gonna do extra damage with that. Just combine those two, it's crazy. And then last but not least, we got Spark of Altitude. Rapidly defeating targets while you are amplified creates Orb of Power. We're gonna be amplified the whole time. The moment we hit an enemy with a final blow with our melee, amplify, and you're just gonna be doing crazy damage, getting crazy super energy. And I'm telling you, man, this is the best melee build for hunters, arc hunters you can use. That's it for our abilities, aspects, and fragments. Now we're gonna get into our mods and weapons. Also, you guys can screenshot this here. This is just really what I have for my artifacts. You can just screenshot it if you have maxed out. Just do what you can. But yeah. And now we're gonna get into our weapons. Obviously, Trinity Ghoul. I'm also using Riptide because it does have Unstoppable, and what we're doing with the Nightfall is Unstoppable right now, while you still can. So Riptide, Trinity Ghoul, because you can make your bows have armor piercing rounds, which is gonna be good for barrier enemies. And it's like quick too. You do it twice, it takes them out. Obviously, arc damage too. We got the high head. I'm using the wrong version, but we're going to be using this one right here in the video. We got Explosive Light and Auto Loading Holster. But yeah, and then for our stats right here, you always want to max out your resilience. And then also my grenade, my discipline is not maxed at 95, and then we have mobility at 80. If you can get any of these two 100s or what you got right here, I've almost 3 100s, you know, if I can do it right. But yeah. That's it, man. Also, we got our mod. Screenshot this, ain't much to go over. You want to make sure you have focus and strikes, hands-on, simple stuff like that. But yeah, this is it for the video, man. It's your boy Everything Water. What is everything, my familia? And we out.